Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Cursed Clockwork. Holly, a skilled clockmaker, found herself drawn to the Isle of Wight, a place shrouded in mystery and ancient tales. Legends whispered about a clock that could manipulate time itself, with gears powered by the captured souls of the departed. Intrigued by the challenge, Holly decided to unravel the secrets of the enigmatic timepiece. As she arrived on the island, the air was thick with an eerie stillness. The locals avoided discussing the cursed clockwork, and their eyes held a mixture of fear and curiosity. Determined, Holly set up her workshop in a small cottage overlooking the misty cliffs. Her quest to understand the clock consumed her, and she delved into ancient manuscripts and spoke to the few locals brave enough to share their stories. Holly discovered that the clock had been crafted centuries ago by a desperate clockmaker who sought to alter his tragic fate. The gears, intricately designed, were said to be powered by the souls of those who met untimely deaths. The clock's ticking distorted time, intertwining the fates of the living with the spirits bound within. Ignoring the ominous warnings, Holly embarked on the challenging task of restoring the clock to its former glory. Night after night, she toiled away, meticulously repairing the gears and ensuring each soul was bound in place. As the clock began to tick again, a haunting presence filled the air. Time on the Isle of Wight warped unpredictably. Daylight lingered for eternities, while nights were fleeting. Shadows moved with a life of their own, and whispers echoed through the narrow streets. Holly, immersed in her work, started noticing subtle changes around her. Faces of long-gone islanders appeared in reflections, and footsteps echoed when there was no one in sight. The clock's influence extended beyond its physical form. Those connected to it experienced bizarre twists of fate. A fisherman found himself trapped in a never-ending storm at sea, reliving the moment of his demise over and over. A young couple aged rapidly, their love story compressed into fleeting moments as the clock's gears turned relentlessly. Holly, feeling the weight of the cursed clockwork, became entwined with its malevolent power. She started seeing glimpses of her own fate, her life entangled with the spectral energies of the departed. As the clock's ticking grew louder, she realized she had become a puppet of the spirits trapped within. Desperation gripped Holly as she sought a way to break free from the clock's curse. Each attempt to dismantle the gears proved futile, as the spirits fought back with otherworldly force. The island itself seemed to resist her efforts, its ancient magic protecting the cursed timepiece. Haunted by the ghosts of the past, Holly knew she had to find a way to sever the connection between the clock and the souls it imprisoned. In her pursuit of redemption, she would have to navigate the blurred boundaries of time, confront the restless spirits, and face the consequences of tampering with the forces that bound the Isle of Wight to its cursed clockwork. As Holly delved deeper into the mysteries of the clock, the once quaint Isle of Wight transformed into a nightmarish landscape. The mist that enshrouded the cliffs took on ghostly forms, and the wind carried the anguished whispers of the trapped souls. The villagers, now mere spectres, moved through the distorted reality, repeating fragments of their final moments. Holly's only guide in this nightmarish quest was an old diary she discovered hidden in the cottage. It belonged to the original clockmaker who, in his desperation, chronicled the dark rituals and sacrifices he performed to create the cursed clockwork. The diary spoke of a forgotten chamber hidden beneath the cliffs, where the nexus of the clock's power lay. Armed with newfound knowledge, Holly navigated the treacherous landscape. The ticking of the clock echoed in her mind, each beat resonating with the suffering of the trapped souls. As she descended into the bowels of the island, she encountered apparitions of the clockmaker's past victims, each pleading for release. The chamber was a macabre spectacle, adorned with symbols of forgotten rituals and ancient runes. In the center stood the cursed clockwork, its gears spinning with malevolent glee. The spirits, tethered to the gears, moaned in agony as they manifested before Holly. A spectral figure, the essence of the original clockmaker, materialized before her. "You seek to undo what I have wrought," he intoned, his voice a haunting melody. "The clock is eternal, and so is the suffering it brings." Undeterred, Holly confronted the vengeful spirit, armed with her determination to break the cycle of torment. She deciphered the runes and incantations, slowly unraveling the dark magic that bound the souls to the clock. Each moment was a struggle against the relentless force of the spirits, but Holly pressed on. As the clock's ticking reached a crescendo, the spirits unleashed their wrath. Illusions of Holly's deepest fears and regrets manifested, attempting to distract and dishearten her. Yet, fueled by newfound resolve, Holly continued the ritual, drawing upon the residual energy of the trapped souls to sever the bonds that held them captive. The chamber shook with the intensity of the supernatural battle, and time itself seemed to unravel. The once solid walls warped and twisted, mirroring the distorted reality the clock had imposed upon the Isle of Wight. It was a struggle against both the clock's magic and the relentless spirits who sought to maintain their dominion. In a final act of defiance, Holly uttered an incantation that echoed through the chamber. The gears screeched, and the spirits wailed as the curse began to unravel. The Isle of Wight convulsed, and Holly found herself on the precipice of a temporal rift teetering between existence and the void. With a blinding flash, time snapped back to its natural course. The mist dissipated, and the distorted reality returned to normal. Holly, battered and drained, stood amidst the ruins of the chamber, the cursed clockwork now silent and lifeless. As the first rays of dawn touched the Isle of Wight, Holly emerged from the hidden chamber. The once trapped spirits had found peace, and the island began to heal from the wounds inflicted by the cursed clockwork. The villagers, now free from the spectral torment, gradually returned to the world of the living. Holly, forever changed by her ordeal, gazed upon the now silent clockwork. The cursed timepiece, once a harbinger of doom, now stood as a testament to her triumph over the forces that sought to manipulate fate. The Isle of Wight, scarred but no longer cursed, would slowly fade into the distant memory of a once haunted place. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had a great day.